Okay, we got a lot to cover, going a lot of different directions because we do cover a lot of different topics on the table. Topic number one is
the Padres and the Giants. They're playing game 4 right now.
Okay, let's just talk about where the Padres are. Starting this really in the teeth of the schedule road trip so far, pretty good. They won 2 games with late rallies, not hitting very well. Giants beat their brains out in a come from behind loss in game 3 of the playoff series. Now it's the 4th game of the series, but they go from San Francisco, then they go to Milwaukee, then they come back, and guess who they play? You know who, John?
Yeah, the Dodgers.
Beat LA, beat LA, beat LA.
Go.
So it's going to be fun. Let's just bullet point a couple of storylines. Gavin Sheets, just another guy on a street corner that A.J. Preller found. And what a job Victor Rodriguez has done. What a job Gavin Sheets has done in terms of just restructuring his swing and making things better. And at the end of the day, Gavin Sheets has hit his way into the designated hitter spot. Can't play left field very well. Don't think he'll be in left field very much going forward. But at the end of the day, that's a really nice acquisition. That being said, Fernando Tatis, I really firmly believe, is hurt. He's just playing so poorly at home plate, swinging at stuff. His mechanics are out of sync. He hit 184 for the month of May. Yeah, there's an odd home run here or there. He just looks to be a shell of a player right now. Bullpen looks overused, looks burned out. I'm really concerned about that. I'm not sure how they're going to address that situation. And now you got the Xander Bogaerts situation, and this has to come from, I think, violent swings at home plate. He's not hitting real consistency, and now he's tweaked the shoulder that he fractured last year. It's really started to bother him. He's out of the lineup, and I guess we'll get better news as to what the depth of this situation is. Is it a strain? I hope it's nothing more than that for the Padres shortstop, who's played pretty good defense, although he's not hitting what he'd done before. Yu Darvish is not going to go with the team to Milwaukee. He's back in San Diego. He's scheduled to throw an extended bullpen, and he's not really thrown extended max effort bullpens since the one rehab start in El Paso. So this is a critical weekend. Not just how many pitches does he throw. It might be 30 in an up and down session in the bullpen at Petco Park, but what does he feel like the next day? And what does the elbow feel like the second day after? And then what does the elbow feel like when he comes back and then throws the third day after the bullpen? Because that's a regular regimentation, so we have to keep an eye on that. Padres made a decision right before the Giants game. His name was Jay Groom. He was a pitcher that they gotten from the White Sox, Red Sox, got suspended for a full year for doing something stupid while he was in the minor leagues, betting on baseball while he was in the minor leagues. 1 year suspension. Suspension was upped last night. There were about 5 players who were reinstated because they served the 1 year suspension. It's up to the clubs whether they want to keep him. The Padres decided they were not going to re-offer a contract to Jay Groom. He's out on the street corner. He's gone. He had an opportunity here. Obviously, he got caught up what young, stupid guys do in the minor leagues. A whole bunch of them were betting through FanDuel and all these other things on baseball. So he's gone from the Padres situation. So that's all things Padres right now. I'm not so much focused on Padres Giants as I am on the bigger picture, the black hole in left field. The catchers aren't hitting. The marvelous first half of the season, I think, that Gavin Sheets has had, and obviously the pitching situation, wafer-thin starters, a little bit concerned about burnout in the bullpen. And John Riley says,
interesting couple of things there. Now, number one, the bullpen burnout. Let's talk about that. Because guys like Jason Adam have been getting lit up lately. Morejon's still okay, and then, even Jeremiah Estrada has not been quite as sharp. But you look in the bullpen, who do I see out there that I wonder about is Wandy Peralta. And that dude has not lived up to expectation. And didn't Preller sign him on like a 3 or a 4 year deal?
It's got this year, next year.
Okay, so we got 2 this year and next year left. But that guy has just been awful. And so I'm just wondering if you just cut bait on a guy like that.
But who are you going to replace him with? They have absolutely nothing at AAA. And you can say, well, Lee, they got David Morgan. Well, David Morgan has hardly pitched at the major league level. Yeah, he might have a good inning or so, but he also has given up home runs. He might get lit. They can't go back to Kyle Hart. I mean, he's already given up 10 home runs in like 18 innings for the Padres right now. I don't think he's the answer. He's already back at El Paso, and there's virtually really nothing there. You can hold your breath and hope that Brian Hoying comes off the disabled list. He's just started rehab outings, but that's down road.
Well, who was the guy that started? Was that Ryan Bergert or whatever? Yeah. He actually did pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. But that's one start. He'll get a chance to stay in the rotation, but they just don't have a lot out there to select from.
Yeah, well, Jay Groom, by the way, was supposed to be a really hot prospect at one point. Didn't we get him in that whole Eric Hosmer dump of salary?
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's too bad that didn't work out. But yeah, big dummy betting on baseball.
No, young guy. He did it 4 years ago, then it caught up to him.
Okay. Well, I was just checking the score. 2-0, bottom of the third right now. Padres are up 2-0.
Okay, so that's where we are as it relates to the Padres. The Gavin Sheets story to me is that's mystical in terms of saving his career, restructuring his mechanics. He just looks so different, so much more confident. You can't play him in left field.
No,
but you do need a DH.
He is a stud, man. Yeah. And you see that guy? I mean, he's like built like a freaking brick house. I mean, he's big, he's tall, he's wide-shouldered, and yeah, he can mash it. So I'm happy for him to have rediscovered the magic he used to have. And once again, AJ Preller, man, finding these gems. We need a few more gems. He needs to go hunting for a few more.